you've been so out of touch, 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 touch. That about you way too much, 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 much. Overall, I'm thinking us, you've been so out of touch.
To set the facts straight. Get Korea right.
한반도에서 가장 먼저 아침이 시작되는 곳. 대한민국 최동단에 위치한 섬. 천연기념물 제336호로 지정된 자연유산. 이곳은 경상북도 울릉군 울릉읍 독도입니다. 그런데 일본이 대한민국 고유 영토인 독도를 일본 영토라며 일방적으로 주장하고 있어요. 그 때문에 독도와 관련된 잘못된 정보들이 퍼지고 있답니다. 안녕하세요. 저는 방크에서 활동하는 성혜승 연구원입니다. 방크는 1999년에 설립된 후 지속적으로 독도 바로 알리기 활동을 하고 있는데요. 지금부터 제가 독도에 대한 올바른 정보를 알려드리겠습니다. 독도는 역사적, 지리적, 국제법적으로 명백하게 대한민국 영토라고 할 수 있어요. 대한민국에 현존하는 가장 오래된 역사책인 삼국사기에 보면 독도는 신라 지증왕 13년, 그러니까 512년 전부터 한국 역사에 등장합니다. 대략 1500년 전부터 독도는 우리의 영토였던 거죠. 독도가 한국 땅이라는 역사적 증거는 이렇게 차고 넘쳐요. 지리적으로 살펴보면 일본 영토에서는 독도가 보이지 않지만 독도와 87km 떨어진 울릉도에서는 독도가 육안으로도 보일 정도로 가깝죠. 그리고 또 한 가지 중요한 사실. 독도에는 대한민국 독도경비대가 상주하고 있어요. 왜냐고요? 독도는 명백하게 대한민국이 지배하는 곳이니까요. 독도가 대한민국 고유의 영토라는 사실, 이제 확실히 아시겠죠? 한국 바로 알리기, 여러분도 함께 해주세요.
its first debate over the weekend.
The economy is expected to expand 2.5% this year.
Boosting Korea's ties with its global partners on the sidelines of the State Issue Summit. A massive drone attack on Ukraine overnight on Monday and Tuesday.
Arirang.
안녕하세요. Riding on the Korean wave. Welcome to Tuesday's edition of The Culture Wave. I'm Kwon So-ah in Seoul. Explore with us Korea's culture from all aspects and stay up to date with K-entertainment, K-tourism, K-history, K-everything. And before you know, you'll be booking your flight to Korea. Now today we're joined by my co-host Walter Lee in the studio. Hello, Walter.
Hello, Soa, and hello to all our viewers at home. Walter Lee here to co-host alongside Soa, and of course I've got the latest in K-Enter news just for you.
Walter, do you know how many days are left until APEC unfolds in Gyeongju?
Carry the 66 days, of course I know. I've been counting every day.
Okay, I'm glad you are counting down to that day. It is 66 days and it's getting busier and busier down in the city of Gyeongju. Today, actually, culture ministers from the APEC member states have gathered for a meeting that runs from the 26th until the 28th. So there are many meetings happening, and we also talk about the host city later in our program.
Yep.
But before that, we have some exciting K-Enter news to start off. And the first one, Walter, we're going to start off with BTS's V crossing over into baseball.
Yes, maybe he's trying a new sport out or a new, let's say, job out. But no, not quite. So, but BTS member V took the mound as the ceremonial first pitcher to Major League Baseball game with the LA Dodgers. Now, that was on Monday local time. He delivered the opening pitch at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles ahead of the match between the Dodgers and the Cincinnati Reds. Now, the Dodgers currently feature a Korean player by the name of Kim Hye-sung and obviously MLB's biggest star, Shohei Ohtani. Now, news of V's participation had generated tons of buzz even before the game began, with an announcement made by the Dodgers on their social media a week before, and everyone was already looking forward to V's appearance.
Wow, that's kind of the Avengers of the world of baseball and the world of K-pop.
Yes, indeed.
And speaking of K-pop and Avengers, we're going to talk about some superheroes. Once again, K-pop Demon Hunters. We have more news regarding the animation film.
That's correct. K-pop Demon Hunters Golden from Netflix's K-pop Demon Hunters, or Koreans are calling it Kaedehon, has returned to the top of the US Billboard Hot 100 singles charts. Now, on Monday local time, Billboard revealed in its chart preview that Golden climbed one spot from last week to secure its second overall week at #1, much like what happened with the UK official singles chart top 100 that we reported on yesterday. Also like the UK official singles chart top 100, Huntrix's Golden and Saja Boys' Your Idol and Soda Pop reached the top 10 in the US charts. The difference being the inclusion of Huntrix's How It's Done, which also made the top 10 in the US Billboard charts, and therefore making this the first time in its history that 4 tracks from a single soundtrack have simultaneously been in the top 10 in the US on the Billboard 100.
What an achievement. And now let's move over to Stray Kids. You have a little update on their latest album?
Yes, indeed I have. According to JYP as well as Hunter Chart on Monday, Stray Kids' 4th studio album, Karma, became a double million seller within just a day of its release last Friday. Now, Karma also topped both the iTunes Worldwide Albums and the European Albums charts for 3 straight days. Now, on Spotify, the album racked up over 18.26 million streams on its release day. Its main track, Ceremony, drew more than 2.52 million streams, debuting at 27 on Spotify's daily top songs global chart. I've been keeping a close eye on them. They are doing amazing in the K-pop scene.
They are indeed. And last but not least, let's take a stroll to a concert.
Yes, let's indeed. Singer-songwriter Kim Dongmyo is set to hold a solo concert titled Stroll at KSPO Dome in Seoul from November 8th to 10th and also 13th to 16th. Now, these will be his first solo concerts in more than around 2 years, with his last concert attracting 60,000 fans. Now, Kim's agency Music Farm said Kim will deliver a stage filled with deeper artistry and splendor. Now, if you're not aware of Kim debuted in 1993 as a member of the duo Exhibition and has been performing solo since 1998. He's a very well-known artist with numerous well-known hits, including Reply as well as Thanks.
So many wonderful hit songs by Kim Dongmyo. Well, thank you very much, Walter, for those updates, and stick around.
Will do.
And now let's move over to our AI anchor, Ari, for more on the culture front. Ari?
Hello and welcome to your AI guide to the latest cultural updates from Korea. Here's our top story. The Seoul Outdoor Library will reopen next week after its summer break, with foreign visitors making up 11% of total attendance in the first half of the year. The library plans to expand cultural exchange programs in the second half in partnership with several countries, including Ireland, Peru, and China. International visitors can also enjoy over 2,000 foreign language books, translated Korean novels, and a special curation zone featuring travel guides and information on Seoul's landmarks. The Seoul Outdoor Library will run from September 5th through November 2nd. Seoul's Dongdaemun Design Plaza, the city's iconic landmark, has welcomed over 10 million visitors this year. With a busy lineup of exhibitions and events scheduled for the fall and winter seasons, annual attendance is expected to top 20 million. The DDP Design Museum, now hosting a special exhibition of contemporary art icon Jean-Michel Basquiat, is fully booked through March 2028. Seoul Beauty Week, Seoul Fashion Week, and the first ever Asian edition of Design Miami are set for early September, while October will feature the city's signature design festival, 2025 Seoul Design Week. The highly anticipated DDP rooftop tour will officially launch in November and is expected to attract both local and foreign visitors. A special retrospective exhibition will open next week to mark the 50th anniversary of the passing of Korean cinema master Lee Man-hee. Lee, a leading figure in Korean film during the 1960s and 70s, is celebrated for his sophisticated direction and versatility across genres, including melodrama, war, noir, and thriller, which helped expand the expressive range of Korean cinema. Running from September 4th to 13th at Cinematheque Fa, the exhibition will showcase Lee's signature works, featuring the first public screening of the 4K restored version of The Soldier Without a Serial Number, along with 35mm screenings of Assassin and 0 Hour. That's all from me. Stay tuned to the Culture Wave.
Few may know that Korea's national hero Kim Gu, even amid the turmoil of Japanese colonial rule, envisioned a future where the nation would rise as a cultural powerhouse. Today, that vision has become reality. Marking the 80th anniversary of liberation, Arirang's Han Da-eun looks back on Korea's remarkable journey to becoming a pillar of the world's cultural stage.
35 years under Japanese colonial rule, Koreans could only hold their culture close in their hearts. Then came the Korean War, a tragedy that saw compatriots turn their guns on one another. It was nearly 30 years after the war that Korean culture first caught the world's attention. In 1987, actress Kang Soo-yeon won Best Actress at the Venice International Film Festival for her role in The Surrogate Womb, directed by In Kwon-taek.
I decided to take the role because I had absolute trust in director Im.
By the late 1990s, Korean dramas like Winter Sonata sparked a sensation overseas, giving rise to the term Hallyu, or the Korean wave. In the 2000s, Korean pop stars expanded across Asia, cementing K-pop fandom across the region. And then came Psy's record-breaking 2012 hit Gangnam Style, which thrust K-pop beyond Asia and onto the global stage.
Wow, it's awkward. Beautiful. With the Gangnam Style, I'm living in a dream.
The rise of BTS opened new horizons for K-pop and Korean culture, proving limitless potential. They made history as the first Korean artists to top Billboard's main singles chart, the Hot 100.
No matter who you are, where you're from, your skin color, your gender identity, just speak yourself.
Director Bong Joon-ho became the first to win the Academy Award for Best Picture with a foreign language film.
So it's the first for a foreign language film, huh? But why?
Director Hwang Dong-hyuk also rewrote K-culture history with Squid Game, which remains the most watched series in Netflix history.
We unexpectedly found ourselves representing Korean dramas on the global stage.
K-culture success goes beyond popular culture. Last year, Korea's acclaimed author Han Gang became the first Korean and the first Asian woman to win the prestigious Nobel Prize in Literature.
I hope my daily life remains much the same as before. I wish to stay connected to the world and to readers through my writing, as I always have.
And now, the smash hit animated film K-pop Demon Hunters is taking the world by storm with its uniquely Korean yet universal appeal, opening a whole new chapter in the global K-pop phenomenon. Rising from the ashes of war, K-culture now stands at the forefront of Korea's national strength. 한다은, Arirang News.
Act like an angel, just like crazy. 내 심장이 강해 너 CPR 같이 손잡아 like Pikachu 100만 발트 전개 is pumping I'm on a back capacity 미쳤대 candy sassy 뉴런의 자가를 강신해 머릿속은 못하겠지 Galileo 스스로 심판의 매일 내 속에서 적당히 미치려 했지 Why can't you stop 몰라 you can't want to down take it 난 그런 듯 Ponytail, 앉아봐 묶어줄게 just a little higher Cheers lush, icy cold So hot 들이 너부터 한 모금 쓸쓸한 미소에 넌 날 몰라 You got this something 내가 잘 알아 한숨 툭 같이 건너는 bridge Day and night I'm by your side When I'm dancing alone, I'm not dreaming alone I can feel it 두 번 다시 난 울질러는 순간을 느껴 feel it 몰라 몰라 나 따라 웃음 우연처럼 똑같은 dance move yeah Dancing alone, now I'm dancing alone Yes, I feel it 상상봐 반띵톡 아무 고민 없이 더 큰 쪽인 니고 하얀 콩 한쪽씩 몰래 너랑 나랑 담아듣는 playlist
In just over 2 months' time, the city of Gyeongju will host APEC Korea. Gyeongju, which was the capital of the Silla Kingdom for 1,000 years, is the center of Korean Buddhist culture and a city rich in history and tradition. With APEC approaching, Gyeongju is once again attracting global attention. Today, we will talk about the history and culture of Gyeongju with Chang In-suk, the president of the Foreign Language Commentator Association at Gyeongju City Hall. Welcome, President Chang.
Well, welcome, President Chang.
Elsa and Walter. I am Chang In-suk. Thank you so much for having me. I am truly honored to share the story of our beautiful city, Gyeongju, with the viewers of Arirang TV.
Thank you very much for connecting with us today from Gyeongju. Now, President Chang, as a resident of Gyeongju and a cultural guide and commentator, what was your first thought when you heard that APEC would be held in your city?
When I first heard the news, I felt so proud and excited. Gyeongju is full of history, culture, and warm-hearted people. And I thought it was the perfect chance for the world to see what made Gyeongju so special. As a cultural tourism commentator, I am excited to help visitors to connect with the stories behind what they see.
We can definitely hear your excitement, President Chang. Now, with many foreigners visiting Gyeongju now ahead of APEC, I can imagine that guides and commentators like you are very busy these days, and also that there are many English interpretation services, maybe also interpretation services from other languages. So how are things going in terms of preparations?
Yes, definitely. We will be busy, much busier than usual, not only at major heritage sites, but also at hotels, restaurants, and culture events. Visitors want more than just a fact. They are curious about the lesson, the hidden meanings, and the human stories behind them. It can be challenging, but every conversation feels like building a bridge between cultures, which is incredibly rewarding.
President Chang, Gyeongju was the center of trade and cultural exchange in East Asia in the Shilla period. Now, what was Gyeongju like at that time, and how does it traditionally, historically signify and continue to this day?
Yes, Walter, as you know, Gyeongju was the capital of Shilla Kingdom for 1,000 years, and it served as a major hub along the maritime Silk Road in East Asia. It was connected to China, Japan, and Southeast Asia through both sea and land routes. It allowed the exchange of Buddhism, art, and advanced technologies. Within the city, there are royal palaces, bustling markets, temples, and facilities to welcome foreign envoys. They made Gyeongju a vibrant international city where people and the culture from around the world mingled. That spirit and rich history continue to this day.
And we hope that we will be able to feel that spirit in 2 months from now as well. Now, you just mentioned facilities and temples that are very crucial to that area. Now, Bulguksa Temple, for instance, and Seokguram Grotto, those are widely known as UNESCO Cultural Heritage Sites. But, President Chang, could you share with us some charms or stories of the city beyond what we know from the descriptions in textbooks?
Yes, absolutely. When you visit Bulguksa Temple, you don't just look at the buildings. You feel the harmony among the temple, mountains, and sunlight of the day. In the morning, the sun touching the stone pagodas is very soft and peaceful. This makes you feel that nature and the architecture are breathing together. At Seoul Grotto, what impresses visitors most is the deep silence and peace inside the cave. The Buddha statue has a perfect balance, and the dim light make you feel as if time has completely stopped. So I'd like to say the true beauty of Bulguksa Temple and Seoul Grotto is not only in his history and culture, but also the warm and the peaceful feelings you can experience only here.
That's correct, yes. And President Jang, you have been guiding foreigners around Gyeongju for quite some time now. What do foreigners find most appealing about the city?
What attracts visitors most about Gyeongju is how history and modern life are together so naturally. They are amazed to see ancient tombs, temples, and old observatories right in the heart of the city. Walking through the street, they often comment on the peaceful and quiet atmosphere. Visitors say they live with a feeling of calm and the inspiration that they can't find anywhere else.
Right. And now, President Jang, ahead of we do have the main event in around 2 months' time from now. And also, high-level talks between culture ministers are currently unfolding from today until Thursday. And many side events are going to happen as well. So do you think APEC 2025 will be a good opportunity to promote the city of Gyeongju and Silla culture?
Yes, I believe the APEC is more than just an economic summit meeting. It is a unique moment when world leaders and delegates gather here in Gyeongju. It is not only visiting famous sites like Burgos Temple and Seoul Grotto, but also discovering how tradition and modern life exist together here. So I see this APEC as a great chance to share Gyeongju and Silla culture with the world globally.
And President Jang, after APEC, what stories or culture of Gyeongju would you like to see promoted in the bid to make an even more beloved city to foreigners?
Besides Burgos Temple and Seoul Grotto, there are many other treasures. For example, Cheomseongdae, the oldest existing astronomical observatory in East Asia, Cheonmacheong, the royal tomb where the splendid golden crown was discovered, Dongmyo Palace and Old Pond, once part of the Silla Royal Palace complex, and Yangdong Village, a traditional Joseon dynasty village where visitors feel the life of the Korean nobles. If more of these sites are shared with the world, I believe Gyeongju will be loved as a living city of history and culture.
All right, that's all the time we have today. Thank you very much, President Jang, for connecting with us today from Gyeongju. And we wish you a wonderful experience with APEC 2025, personally and also for the city itself. Thank you again.
Thank you, President Jang.
Visit Gyeongju. Thank you. Bye.
And thank you, Walter, as always. I feel it's always very interesting to look at the city of Gyeongju from so many perspectives.
It's very interesting, and I can't wait to see what we have in store for the rest of the weeks to come.
Exactly, because you said we have 66 days left.
66 days left.
All right, thank you everyone for spending the past half an hour with us on the Culture Wave. Please join us again tomorrow on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Korea time, and maybe one day here in Korea.
천년을 이어온 우리의 지혜가 제천에서 다시 태어났어. 세대를 관통한 선조들의 건강 빅데이터. 빅데이터. 우리의 삶과 들에서 자란 천연물은 단순한 재료가 아니야. K 내추럴. 한국인의 정체성을 담은 바로 살아있는 역사지. 천년의 처강에 첨단 기술과 만나는 순간. 글로벌 천연물 시장의 중심 제천에서 2025년 9월 20일부터 10월 19일까지 천년의 지혜를 담은 미래를 만나봐.
학교 다니면서 작업을 이제 꾸준히 했는데 그때마다 이제 버려지는 재료들이 꽤 많더라고요. 이렇게 버려지는 게 다 어떻게 될까? 새로운 활용이 못 되고 다 버려진다고 하더라고요. 이런 것들을 저희가 그냥 조금씩이라도 기여를 해볼 수 있지 않을까? 폐도자기는 안에 이제 흙 내부에 볼대처럼 역할을 해서 뭔가 크랙이 가거나 하는 문제들을 좀 많이 보완을 해줘요. 흙을 이제 저희가 주물주물 만져서 가마에 넣어서 최종 결과물이 나오기까지 한 15% 이상 이제 수축이 되는데 폐도자기를 흙에 섞게 되면은 이 수축률이 15% 이상에서 한 10%까지 줄어들어요. 사이즈를 작게 만들어도 내가 원하는 사이즈를 만들 수 있고 한다는 장점들이 있어요. 화분이라는 아이템을 선택한 거는 폐 자원을 활용을 해서 내 입이 닿는 식기를 만든다면 그게 좀 거부감이 있을 것 같다고 저희가 판단을 했어요. 그래서 가급적이면 사람들 몸에서 좀 멀리 떨어뜨릴 수 있는 제품이 뭘까를 고민했을 때 그게 화분이었어요. 보통 가정에서 폐도자기를 어떻게 버리는지 좀 잘 모르고 계시는